And we are back. as y'all coming in, just waiting a little bit. Um, Give it a few minutes. It's great on the other one, man. Great on your show today, man.
Appreciate it. Be trying to do my best. But, yeah, it was a great topic. I'm glad everybody interacted and gave their thoughts and their opinions, shared some of their stories and their experiences and all that. It was great.
Yeah,
it was a great episode. Kind of went over time a bit, but
that's all right.
It was worth it. So.
Yeah. You got people coming in and they want to express their opinions. Let them do it.
Right.
They got comments too. Let them talk. Because I did change the topic on mine because I was going to do let's build each other up. But I did change it. I just didn't change the flyer, but I did change it. So,
gotcha.
And I'm going with who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? And we give a few minutes of people coming in. We like to take the time out to thank each and every one of you all for joining on School Talk Podcast today. Great comments, great questions, great topic.
Y'all don't miss.
No, y'all didn't miss at all.
Y'all show out every time. We appreciate it.
So yeah, like you said, we ran over the time today, but it's fine. That's fine. No,
it was worth it.
It's worth it. So that's a good thing. Yeah, we just giving it a few minutes, y'all. Just giving it a few minutes. Let us know if you can hear us too.
Right.
Because we have to do the sound check that if we can hear each other or hear what's going on. So if you hear anything in the background, that's me just trying to see. So let us know.
Don't mind me, y'all.
Yeah, it's been a day today. Can't complain. Like I said, we're doing a sound check. And just let us know when you come in. If you can hear us, it's your first time here, let us know. I'd like to thank you all for joining us on today. I know it's Sunday, football season has started. They're doing a lot of preseason games, but that's okay. That's okay. I see y'all starting to come in. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to kick this thing off here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Kitty, let us know if you can hear us. You can hear us pretty good.
She said, yeah.
Okay. All right. What's up, Marlo?
It was good.
What's up? Yes, we had a good topic on my son. Why do we destroy ourselves
for people to like us?
For people to like us. Y'all miss it. Y'all go back and check it out. Because he did dip in a little bit of what I was going to talk about. Like I said, I changed the topic from what I had on the flyer today. I'm still going to talk about the topic that's on the flyer, but not today. I changed it because I'm saying, who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? So if this is your first time here, welcome to Real Talk Conversation, where a platform has been created to come together and commune together and not divide each other. We got enough division in this world as it is. We have enough already. We have enough. It's enough. It's too much division going on right now anyway.
We gotta come together.
We need to start coming together. We need to stop all this mess. When are we gonna come together and sit down and talk and commune and see can we get some stuff solved? Point blank.
The way the world is going now.
But as people come in, yeah, go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying the way the world going now, we need it.
Yeah. So as the people are coming in, I'm asking the question. Here's the question for you all. Who are you trying to impress? Think about that. Who are you trying to impress? Who?
Shoot. Now I don't be trying to impress nobody. I just be trying to do the best I can to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Be the best I can be.
Be the best you can be. So, hey, family, welcome back to another episode of the Real Talk Conversations today. I am your host, Carl's co-host, my son, Brandon. Y'all know him as B Smooth. Smooth family gave me the Papa Smooth name, so it just stuck.
It just stuck.
It's stuck. And we're gonna talking about who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? I got a question right here. I think it's a good. She said to answer the question in the topic, really the only one is myself. That's it. You bot beating to my other stuff down in my little notes. Y'all be coming in bad for me sometimes. But here's a question. If social media disappeared tomorrow, how many things in your life would still matter the same way? If they got rid of social media, they got rid of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Keep, Twitch, all these. What would it still matter to you?
The stuff that we do now.
Yeah.
For me, it still matter because on mine, I've been doing the stuff I've been doing before. I actually started getting on social media for real, so it still matters to me. Still haven't came for sickle cell with or without social media. Been doing that before. The dancing that did that as a child, so motivational speaking and all that, being goofy. I mean, it still mattered to me because I've been doing this way before I actually got on social media. Because that's just how life was before. You had to go, meet people and get in front of people and, talk, converse with each other. Before this social media stuff, social media amped it to where it helped people's lives and stuff like that. Back then, it was word of mouth.
Yeah.
Before
word of mouth back then. Yeah. So a lot of people, like you were saying, a lot of people use. I think it was last week we talked. A lot of people use week before last Facebook for the validation. My question is why? I lived in a world without social media, so I'm good without it. But I love that I meet close friends from it.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Is the people that you meet. That's the only issue.
It started when we was young at school, when we tried to impress other than ourselves, being like other. You remember when social media shut down, everyone acted the same. Some folks about lost their doggone mind, especially when TikTok went down.
And as he said, we don't mean like the people that got like a business and all that.
No.
We understand that aspect, but we talking about the ones that don't have no business on there or whatever, and just be using it just to use it. And boy, they lost their mind.
Man,
I was like, bro, all you gonna do?
They drive me crazy, boy.
Other than, like I said, people having a business and it molded their career and all that, I get that. But outside of that, I'm like, you just gonna have to go back to doing what you was doing before TikTok came out and go back to the other social media platforms. You were doing that before TikTok came out. You just gotta go back to that. It's just TikTok made it easier for people to go viral and have a business and make money on it, which is a great thing. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking it. It's a great thing, but man, people lost their mind.
Yeah, man. Boy, TikTok went down, and not only just social media. What if Tubi, all these other apps go down?
All that, boy. Some people gonna be like, "What's the use of having a phone?" Then?
Yeah.
I'm like, you can communicate with
the
people you already got the number saved and stuff like that.
Yep. Yep. So everyone, y'all, everybody that just tuned in, we'd like to welcome you all for tuning in with us today. We appreciate each and every one of you all on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube and just let us know. YouTube, just like and subscribe on YouTube. And on that point, if you follow on Facebook, it is just like and follow us on Facebook. Easy to find us, so it's no problem.
But it was good stuff.
What's going on?
He said social media is like a drug for some people. They might smoke or drink or have any other bad vices, but a lot of people need social media to get them through the day.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that sure? They rely on it now.
Might not.
So my question is, who are you trying to impress? I changed the topic. Like I had the topic was gonna be build us up, but I changed it at the last minute, and I didn't change the flyer. I'm sorry, I'm still gonna do that anyway. But she's back. Welcome back. And who are you trying to impress? Who?
Back as a kid, I mean, you being a kid, so you ain't gonna know much. But as a kid, you know, you try to impress your friends in your neighborhood, or when you go to school, them. Then as you get older, you know, middle school, high school, you know, if you a guy, you know, your mind go that you think about girls and stuff like that. So at that time, yeah. But as I got older, I ain't trying to impress nobody. I don't worry about all that.
My thought on this subject, we lost the capability of the things we can do within ourselves. We like to imitate others.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note right there, here's the first part of this. The trap of seeking approval. The trap of seeking approval. The truth is, we all want to be liked. It's human nature. We want to be accepted, to belong, to feel seen. And that's not bad until it becomes the only thing driving us. Yeah, it's a trap when you try and impress people. Social media has turned this into a constant competition. It's a constant competition. Who got the better video? Who video is going viral? Who got the better trend on social media?
Who got the most followers?
Got the most followers.
Most likes, most comments, most shares, saved.
If you're driven by the likes in the comments, then that says a lot about you. You can post stuff whether people like it or not. Let them post. The truer words have never been spoken. Okay. Welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome you. Social media have changed people's mindset. You see a lot of people put up a whole bunch of pictures because you're looking for them likes. You see a lot of people trying to put a whole lot of stuff up because they're searching for these likes, and I didn't get enough. I didn't get a lot of likes today. So what? If you're speaking truth, then you're just on there, just speaking your mind or your opinion. You shouldn't worry about the likes. You're just speaking your mind and your opinion. But it's dangerous when it's driving us. That includes me. See, I can post something, and if I don't get no likes, that don't bother me. Sometimes when you put a lot of truth up, or you speaking a lot of facts, you ain't gonna get a bunch of likes anyway. You're not. So whatever I post, I'm not posting how I feel. I'm posting what I'm thinking, or or how I may feel about a certain subject or topic or situation. So I post it, whether they get no likes or 2 likes. I post it. That don't faze me because that don't drive me. That's not my driving point. A lot of people be on social media all day. Most of the time, if you follow me, you see I do a lot of posting in the morning. After about 1, 2, maybe 2:30, you don't see me no more posting. If I go that long, sometimes I can post about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe 12. You don't see me post no more. That don't drive me. It doesn't. Because I know it can become dangerous. It can become very, very dangerous. It can. So it's a constant competition. Everybody's flexing. Everybody's flexing. Showing their best angles, their best vacation, their best outfits, their best highlight reels. And when you look at all of that, you start feeling like you got to keep it up. And when you run out of stuff to say, you run out of ideas to say, you run out of stuff to talk about, then you're in trouble. Now you go on other people's pages and you grab their stuff and try to put it on yours, thinking it's going to get the same reaction it did on somebody else. But a lot of times it don't. If we look at it biblically, how would we be if King David ruled like Saul? You would have thought that is how we should be ruled. Yeah, do you think that? Social media have really taken over the minds of some people. And now we're in this AI generation now, and a lot of stuff is AI generated. It's going to be very dangerous to know the difference between what is real and what's not. Because a lot of this stuff, it seems so real, but it's not.
And even when it comes to social media, I've seen a lot of people, they can have 1 million followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's great on social media. But when they go out here, don't nobody know you like that for real. It's not the same reaction. It's not the same. They think when they go outside, it's gonna be a bunch of people that's gonna recognize them off the rip. That's not always the case, bro.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, they know it's people that know you on social media. If you do go out, it might be a couple people that do know you, but there's a lot of people that don't know you like that. You're not as famous as you thought you was.
Mm-mm. And you gotta be very careful with that.
And for some people that crushes them. I'm like, you go based off that. You think your value is off followers? All right, that's how you want to move, but it's a dangerous thing.
It's dangerous. And the other problem is living for life. It can be exhausting. You start making decisions based on how it's going to look instead of how it's going to feel. And before you know it, you're living somebody else's life. So y'all see me looking down, I'm reading my notes. I'm at the age I got to write stuff down. I learned that from my son too. My daughters, they write stuff down.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to keep notes for myself. I can come off the top of the dome now. Get it twisted. I can come right off the top of this, but
it's there, right?
Yeah, I write stuff down.
Yeah.
But it's exhausting. And you start making a decision based on how it's going to look instead of how it's going to feel. But and then here it go right here. And before you know it, you're living somebody else's life. You're trying to live your life through what they post. So you'll go grab somebody else's stuff and think, like I said a few minutes ago, and think it's going to get the same reaction that they got on their page. So let's say I went to grab something off my son's page or one of my daughter's page. They may have 150 likes, 200 likes, 1,000 likes. But when I put it on my page, it may get maybe 10. See, what you don't realize sometimes, even on social media, what they post, they have a different set of audience than what's on your audience. That's what we don't look at sometimes. I grab other people's stuff sometimes because I like what they said. Not because I'm trying to get the attention, the likes, the views. It's because I like what they said. I know I'm not going to get the same reaction. I don't have the same audience they have.
you caught my attention with the living somebody else's life. That kind of reminded me, somewhat correlates to it, but it kind of reminded me. You remember Creed 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Damien, well, Jonathan Majors was talking Michael B. Jordan, but he was like, imagine living your life instead of watching somebody else live your life. And that caught my attention when you said that, so that's why I thought about that. And then he started doing some crazy stuff. You ever watched the movie, but
yeah. And then
what's up, Brandon?
And then the other thing is, here's another part. Signs you're trying to impress others. So let's be honest. Let's be honest. Some of us might be in this trap and not even realize it. You might be in this social media trap and don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up looking at social media. You throughout the day looking at social media. You go to bed looking at social media. It's all to captivate your mind, to keep you off some of the stuff that's really going on in the world.
And don't feel bad. We all guilty of doing that. We human, bro. We ain't sitting here like we don't do it. We sometimes slip into it too. So
yeah.
I don't want nobody to feel bad on here thinking like, hey, like, nah.
No, that's not the intent.
Right.
Because I have done it. He have done it. I mean, we all have. I remember one time me and Vitalis, man, looking at TikTok one time, man, it was 9 o'clock when we started looking at, man, 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to work. Because it's entertainment with all those reels. You look at one, you flip and go to the next and be like, man, this is another. And you flip and go to, oh, wow, look at that. You flip and go to the next one.
It'll be, for example, what time is it? It's 6:43 right now.
You start looking at the reels right now.
It'll be probably 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll be done. I did it myself.
Oh man, yeah. Oh man, I tell you, boy, it is funny.
Oh, she on mute.
Yes, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay.
There you go, y'all. Everybody. I know y'all seen her before. If you have never seen her on here before, this is Miss Brindley, the model. She's a model, y'all. She's a model, y'all. I'm quite sure she's gonna give out her information after a while. But you know, this is a great topic. Who are you trying to impress? And as a model, are you trying to impress anyone?
Oh, to answer that question at first, because when you gave it to me, I thought about it. When I first came in this industry, I was trying to impress people. But then I realized that who am I impressing? Because the one that you're trying to impress don't even like you. They are there, but they don't like you. So I realized they don't really care about you. So why are you trying to impress them? So now, as a model and an actress, is like my content is for I please God first and then me. So I don't worry about the other people anymore like I used to, because I was trying to get the number, because my agent is telling me, get the numbers. And it's not all about the numbers. It's not all about trying to impress people what you're doing, just as long as you love what you are doing. So if you are feeling good that you are pleasing in God's sight and you are pleasing with you, don't worry about that. And that's what I do now, because since I let that go, it looked like, and that happened about a couple years ago. I only been in this, 5 years, and the floodgate has opened up because people recognize me for what I do, my content, what I do, what I put out there. So when you're trying to impress, well, you got to realize, who are you trying to impress? If you're not trying to impress God, who are you trying to impress? Because most likely the people that you're trying to impress don't care that much about you. They don't. They're there to criticize you. She's doing this or they are doing this. So why are you trying to impress someone? That's my take on it. And as like I just did, the movie had been filmed a year ago, but it's out now. Huntington White. Some of the scene, I wouldn't dare be in it, but I'm like, the people that know me when they seen the movie know that is not who I am. But the scenes that I was in, the episode was 6. It's nothing like the couple that was, but they're going to judge me anyway. So I'm like, I'm not even trying to impress that. That's who I am. This is my career, something I love to do, something I am doing now. So I'm like, why are you impressing people when they don't even like you in the first place? They are pretending anyway. So why are you out there trying to impress me? But I'm so glad to be able to get on your show. I'm like, I've been so busy. I've been so busy. I know you sent it to me and I'm like, you and Brandon, I'm like, I tried to peep in every now and then. Today I had just got back in town from doing helping with a wedding, decorating. That was my journey before. I used to decorate, direct weddings, all of that. So a friend asked me to help her this weekend. So I decided to do it because I knew that wasn't my calling. That is her calling, but not mine. But it was good to be able to do that because I have multiple talent and I use them. And that's why I say, I don't worry about impressing people anymore. When I first came on the scene, I'm like, I need to get these many likes. I'm trying to do this. Maybe they'll like me more or all of that. Nah, that have ceased. That have ceased because at the end of the day, it's all about your character and what God thinks about you and what you decide to do. So, leave
Man,
leave
I,
the
I
little
agree
one.
with that. I agree with that because it's so much that people are trying to do. Because I'm looking at my notes and some of the stuff you said was in my notes. You know, a lot of times they feel like they got to post everything online. They feel like they got to change their style, their opinions, their personality, depending on who's watching. They trying to do so. They're more concerned about pictures looking perfect than the moment actually being enjoyable. They worried about that. Oh, I got to do this. Let me add this filter to make it look like this. Let me add this to make it look like this. And what a lot of people don't realize is that some of the pictures that they see, a lot of those pictures has been edited to give you a different background. I can put a picture.
You said the correct word. You have said the correct. And Carl, with that said, like my phone, I don't have an iPhone. And with me being in marketing, I took class there at the North Carolina State, the marketing class. With me being in there, I realized I have a Pixel 9 phone. When I send things, if I send it to an iPhone, it has a different demand on there, a character, different focus on there, have a different feature on there. It may change the picture altogether. I've learned that. So that's what I'm saying. Just be raw, be you. That's it. Be you. Don't try to change for other people. Like I said, they don't like you anyway. They pretend that they like you. Some of them are legit that do, but some of them don't. So why are you trying to, like I had a friend, being funny. I had a friend that went by the picture that was on social media, but when they met that person in person, that person did not look nothing like the person they seen on Facebook. So I had that happen to me. I had my picture on here. I met this person and he said, "Oh, I'm so glad you look like the picture that is on Facebook." And I'm like, What you mean look like the picture on Facebook? He said, I've met people look nothing like what they post. So they are trying to impress people on their sides. If you're not happy with yourself, how you expect other people? Your side, why can't you post you, who you are? And the true people that care about you gonna love you no matter what size you are, how you look. They're gonna care about you no matter what you are. The phonies, they gonna judge you, they gonna criticize you. So why are you trying to impress?
Exactly. Why? And it goes back to what you said a few minutes ago. You got to impress yourself. You got to impress myself. If you know, you got to ask yourself: am I impressing myself, or am I trying to be liked and loved by everybody else? They gonna love you. They ain't gonna like you. Some of them gonna hate you. So which one is you gonna be? So I choose to go down the middle. I'm gonna like me. I'm gonna love me. If I'm gonna impress somebody, I'm gonna impress me. If I'm gonna try to show somebody I'm doing better, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing better for me, not because of somebody else. I'm doing it for me. Because I said it today in Sunday school. I said, you know, we worry about everybody talking. We so worried about gossip to the point that you will lose yourself in who you are. What you need to start worrying about and learning to do, forget what these doggone people is talking about. Pay attention to what you're doing because you know who you are. They just saying who they think you are. You know who you are. So, like I tell anybody, I could be sitting down with someone. That's just like if I was sitting down, see you in a restaurant, and I sit down and me, you start talking, laughing, and joking. First thing come out someone's mouth, oh, Carl trying to get that. Instead of I'm looking at two people sitting down having a conversation, no cussing, no fussing. They joking and laughing and just enjoying life with no motives behind it.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, and the reason I can say that, because you remember that picture we took down at the Holler Center? When it was up, somebody said, oh, that's your girl. I'm like, what?
They don't know me and you network. We do things together, and that's the truth. That's why when I meet someone, and they let me know they are following me, they are liking my thing, even though they don't like it on both. I take a picture with them, but I know when I put them up, they thinking that I'm dating this person. They think but see, right now, I don't care. If they think that, let them think it, because I know the truth. So it don't matter if they do think that. And God knows the truth. I know. I'm like, no, because man gonna be man. That he's gonna judge you. So what I know it. Look, Carl, I run that post through my story. The same picture you talk about, I run it through my story. So it is what it is. That's exactly what you said it. You said it all just right. That's why I'm like,
yeah, because I know I was saying it earlier on his podcast. You know, I did this with my daughter, my youngest daughter. We was in Walmart, and I grabbed her hand. And I said, just watch how people look. And then one dude say, hey, man, yeah, I see you like them little young things. And I said, Shay, I said, come here. And she came. I said, now you look at her, you look at me. And he was like, I said, see, y'all assume y'all start judging me just because I'm with this one. You don't even know. Matter of fact, and I did this example in church. I said, me and Minister Gwen can be sitting down talking. You don't know what we talking about. She's a minister. She could be praying for my daughters.
yes,
Or telling me something about girls that I don't know like that. You don't know what the conversation is. Matter of fact, I said, I guarantee you, if I tell them, come on over here, this is what we talking about. We talking about the Lord. They get up and leave.
Yep, that's true. That's true,
Yeah.
Carl.
Yeah, it's like Kitty said. People think they want to think. People think what they want to think, regardless if you correct them or not. That's why I don't even correct them. Sometimes sometimes I'm gonna be honest with y'all on here. Sometimes I play into it just to
I've
get the reaction from
done
the
that.
folk.
I've done
I
that.
play into it. Yeah. Oh, I heard you mention such and such. Oh man, yeah, I mentioned such and such. I got her sister too. They be like, "What? You a bad mess?" Yeah, I'm bad, ain't I play into it, and then I say sometimes I say some stuff that I never said nothing to nobody else. I just said it to them. If I hear it again, I know you talk.
Mhm.
That's how I play. That's how I play stuff sometimes. And see, you don't know if I'm doing it for that or I'm just trying to find something out. You don't know.
And
So that's
that's
why
why,
I don't worry about folks. When I'm out and when I see you, we sit there, we chat, we start laughing. I don't care what somebody else may think. That's your problem. You think about that. And even giving an example, even another example at church, I said the people that you think is messing around could be somebody totally different that you don't even know.
yep.
But since you assume that you assume, I that you assume, I don't even care because
Oh,
I know
that
who
is
I am. I
so
ain't got
true.
to answer you anyway.
That is so true. That's why I'm like when you're topic, who you impressing. People gonna say what they're gonna say. They're gonna dislike you for somebody else what they have said about you, and they don't even know if it's true or not. They're gonna dislike you for that. They're gonna judge you for what, like you said, what they see. They don't know the whole story. They're gonna put it out there. So why are trying to impress people when, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying, why are you trying to impress people? Why are you there trying to be something that you're not,
Mm-hmm.
creating an image that you're not? For what? For what reason? They're gonna say what they're gonna say about you anyway. So be
Anyway,
that what I'm saying. Be you. Be who you God have created you to be. That's what you need to be. What God created you to be, and don't worry about the he say or what say. I've learned that. I learned that. I had a couple of friends just because they heard something. They don't know anything about me. I'm like, because I before I became a model, because a lot of my classmates tells me now, Brenda, you were so quiet to yourself in school. I can't imagine you doing what you're doing. I'm like, when you're in your calling, you come out. You will come out when God has put you in your calling, what you realize what you called to do. You'll come out. I say, yeah, now I speak. I don't have a problem with that. I'm in front of a lot of people. Don't have a problem with that now because I'm doing what God called me to do. Like I just said, I used to decorate. I used to do wedding. I used to be a director of weddings, but that was my calling, and I stopped. But I got that gift, but I still use it. And I hadn't used it in a while, which I used it this weekend when I traveled out of town in South Carolina. I use it, but I post pictures, but I don't now when I post, usually when I first started 5 years ago with John Casablanca, I'm still with them. I worried about how many likes, how many people made comments. But then I realized a lot of people that like your picture, like I said, don't even care much about you. They are jealous of you anyway. So then I realized, like, who am I doing this for? Am I doing it for me? What God has opened doors for me? And that's when I realized He has opened doors for me to shine. So I'm going to shine. They don't like me. That's them. It's nothing off my back. It's nothing off my back. Is I am doing what I'm supposed to. I love what I do. Like I got another movie coming out. I just about a month ago was on set doing a movie. I'm still doing fashion show. I'm still doing all this stuff. I may be signing with another agent, just reach out to me. So I'm doing what I love and I don't worry about what the he says say about me. What what the ones that don't like me say about me. I don't worry anymore because I'm like, I'm happy in myself, who I am. I'm pleasing him and me. That's who I'm doing. That's exactly why I do what I do because I love what I do And I just worry about what God had called me to do. And I'm going to stay within what God called me to do and not worry about trying to please other folks that don't like you anyway. They pretend they like you, but they don't like you because they'll get and talk about you. Like you said, they'll assume things. They'll go along with people. They'll be in the crowd of saying things that is not true of you. So why are you pleasing somebody, and everybody that don't like you?
That's true. You know, even to the point, I said if Jesus was here right now on this earth and he sat down with the woman that he met at the well and they just sat there talking, they would clear out Jesus was trying to mess with them.
They did look Carl, in the scripture. They did. They judged him. Why are you talking to her?
Yeah.
She's a sinner. They were doing it back then. So what makes you think they're not going to change? So why are you focused on how people look at you? Be yourself. Be your natural self. I change image because that's my role. When I'm in different, a designer may want me with my hair back. A designer may want me with a wig on. A designer may want me with this on. But that's designer, and I'm gonna come out with that. But I don't worry about, oh, she's doing all of this, don't care. Look, I've got to the point within 5 years, like my agent said, I have done a lot for it. Usually it takes a while for a model to establish themselves. But God said this wasn't me, it was all God, because he's opened the door. Like a couple months ago, I was the model North Carolina, South Carolina of the year. So I didn't know they were voting. I didn't know they were voting, but they voted. And when I got there, me and my son, and Carl, could you say that? And I post him on there. I guarantee I was going with my son.
See how these folks are?
You know what I'm saying? My son went with me. That's who went with me, and I received my award. And I'm like, that's me. That's me. So, Carl, as I asked the question, why are you worried about those trying to impress someone? When the one thing about I've learned in camp I did a week ago, we have a mental health person there, a psychiatrist on staff. If you're not happy within yourself, you're going to steady chasing, trying to be approved by other people. First of all, you got to love yourself enough to be genuine with yourself and care enough about yourself to have boundaries and care enough about you and not what people want of you and think of you. That's it. When you're out trying to impress somebody that don't like, that means you got a low esteem about yourself. When you got a low esteem when you're trying to impress someone. You're trying to do things to get in the groove or the crowd of that person. You don't care too much about yourself. You need to look inward and see what in me that I'm not liking myself or loving myself to care about what people think about you, especially when God have said to you, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is who you are. This is who I made you. So why are you worried about? Like you brought up about Jesus at the well with the sinner woman. They had an opinion of him, but you see, Jesus didn't care. He went among, he didn't care. He wasn't trying to impress. He went among people that they thought, oh, if you were called by God, you wouldn't be with these people. And they're going to judge you that way anyway. Even the people you hang out, like I'm on set with different stars and stuff. Yeah, they do this kind of movie. That don't mean I do it. That don't mean, but you gonna judge me anyway and say, oh, she does that. She does that thing.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to the rubber meeting the road, be happy within yourself. Do what God's called you to do. Don't worry about impressing someone that automatic probably don't like you anyway. Pretending.
That's right. And y'all, if this y'all first time ever tuning in with us, welcome to Real Talk Conversation, where a platform has been created to come together and commune together, not divide each other. Y'all, our guest popped on. She's a model. She's no stranger to us. She's no stranger to us, but this may be the first time y'all see it. Yes, I do know a model. So what y'all think about that? I thought I throw that in there. But you know what, brother? It's so bad about impressing people. It's so bad that it has leaked over into the church. Who got the best pastor? Who got the best sermon? Who got the best praise team? Who got the best choir? Who got the best choir director? Who got the best musicians? Who got the best intercessor prayer partners? Who got the best prayer? Who got? It's all about who the best dressed. It's all. I can go on and on and on. It has leaked over.
You better say it, God. You better say
it. The
it.
thing about it, they have forgotten who they're supposed to be truly impressing. I can have the best doggone sermon you ever heard. That means absolutely nothing if it ain't for him. I'm just impressing.
Oh my goodness, Carl, you were saying it. Oh my goodness. Who got the look, Paul? Who got the biggest church? Who got the biggest congregation?
And the first thing you hear him asking about money. You got to pay for it. It ain't for free.
Oh my goodness, God, you said it. Oh my, and you're right. It have leaked into the church because, oh my word, it's all about what prestige you got there, how many members you got, how many followers you got. And then it's like this in the church, how they recognize you or how much you pay in tithes.
You don't still.
I'm like, and that's how they judge you, how they treat you in the money, in the tithe. And I can give an example of that when my husband died. I'm not gonna call a church name, but when he died, he at the time something happened. He wasn't going to but so I asked the preacher to do his sermon. I brought him back to North Waysboro, where he wanted to be buried at, and he wouldn't do it because I guess I did give money to the church and steady would. I participate on the choir, usher, all of that. I did all of that, and I was denied and were asked to do stuff because I wasn't the top crew that was there. Didn't bother me because I'm like, maybe this is not why. And I listened to God, and then God started showing me things. I said, it's time for me to go. But the point is, they will judge you on your money, your prestige in the church of what you do. So that's what I say. It has trying to impress people. Why are you doing that? I'm still today don't understand why are they doing that? Because they know all of us going to give an account, stand and answer for our own self. But you in here worried about, and you should be worried about souls that's being lost. That's what you should be worried about, because God have given you that to do, but you are trying to impress. I got the biggest church. I have the biggest audience. I have the most members. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But that's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. And it shouldn't be like that. But when we look at it, just like here, we're on a platform. Sometimes we have 40, sometimes we have 40. Sometimes we might have 30. Sometimes we might have 20. Sometimes we might have maybe 5 or 6. That don't impress me. We focus on the people that are here, not because we trying to be the biggest one on the platform. And my former pastor always taught us, don't worry about who's not here. Concentrate on who's here. So don't try to impress all the folks. I could be the best preacher in the whole wide world. I could be able to sing to preach and sing, but that don't mean nothing if I'm just doing it for the people. I got to be able to
That's
do it
what's
for them.
that's the key. That's the key. Carl, I'm gonna put you off the face just a minute.
That's fine. And that's the thing, y'all. We gotta get out of this trying to impress people, trying to impress people, trying to go here. We trying to do this. We trying to do that. You know, that's why I instilled in him when he got to dancing and doing video. Don't do it just to be trying to be for show and impress people. Do it because that's something you love to do. He do what he loved to do. He loved to dance. That's what he loved to do. Now he doing them little funny skits. I'm gonna have to jump in some of these skits, boy. And them skits be funny to me. But it's all about you loving yourself. Impress yourself. You want to be better than you, be a better version. If you want to impress somebody, be a better version than you was yesterday. Be a better version of who you are today. If that's what you want to do, that's how you impress yourself. See, I don't been on both sides of the fence. I don't been on the side trying to impress people. I've been on the side, I don't care what they say now. So I don't been on that. Even when it comes to ministry, I don't been on that side. I have sit amongst some big pastors and bishops in Charlotte with my former pastor. And just to look at their expression, sometimes they were looking at me like, who are you? Who are you? I'm just with my pastor. I'm trying to recognize nothing. And one of them said, you know, what's your role? What's your title? I said, that ain't important.
Oh my goodness.
That's not
Title.
important. See,
Oh my
one thing
goodness.
about that, I had a title since 2007. You never really heard me say nothing about a title that I had. I have had a pastor talk to me like I didn't know nothing until I threw something back on. That's just because I don't throw my title around like you do. Don't mean I don't know that. I said, for one, you don't even know if I'm a pastor or not. You don't know that. Just because I didn't dress myself like that, you don't know if I'm a deacon. You don't know who I am. Titles, yes, God gave you titles, but it's not for you to use that title like it's that important. It's not. It's the people.
Not to impress people.
Yeah,
Not to try to impress people.
I know some pastors right now. They'll talk to you, say, hey man, my name John. Don't even say my name Pastor so and so. They would just use their name. But people try to impress, and sometimes when I be at different churches, I'm watching and observe. I see how they come in, like they just all this and that. Like the pastor said today, he said, I ain't no better than none of y'all out there.
Keisha said titles don't validate the message you're giving. Facts.
Thank you, Brandon. Because in God's eyesight, we are on one level. We are all on one level. So if you're doing the will of God, it don't matter what your title. We all supposed to be missionary. We all supposed to be that. So why are we trying to impress when we're all supposed to do the will of Him? To go out and seek and save that which is lost. And that's when you take when you lose your a lot of people are not, they're saying they're not going to church because what is happening in the church, because it is a lot of trying to impress, trying to, instead of just doing what you call, and don't worry about what the others saying. If you're trying to bring people to Him, God's gonna open door. He gonna water the seed for you if you're doing. But if you're up there trying to impress, throwing off on other people, trying to impress people, you doing it for a show, for your own show. You don't got your pat on the back right there, right there, because you're not doing what God's called you to do. So why are you doing this stuff? Why are people realize at this time and day with things going on that we are in the last days, as Revelation says. So why are we steady trying to impress and be something that we're not? And we are not doing what? And people, we're losing young people. We're losing people in the street. We're not going out in the byways telling people what Christ, to try to bring them in to, until we change the heart of man, we're going to have this. And we are supposed to be a light, not to be impressing people, because people going to dislike you no matter what you do anyway. So why are you supposed to be? You said you were chosen. God called you.
Yeah.
Did he called you, or did you call yourself?
Oh, that's a oh, that's a ooh, that's a mm.
And that's why you are up there trying to impress people, because did God call you, or did you call yourself? And when you call yourself, you are trying to impress somebody. You're trying to do all this stuff that God didn't have no mean for you to do.
That's right. And one thing about Brandon was in that what was it, Red Bull dance hall.
Yeah,
He was not trying to impress nobody. He danced with some of the best, and almost beat some of the best of the best. He wasn't trying to impress. He was just showing them, this is what I got. This is what I know. These are my skills that I have. And even some of the best who came up to him and said, man, whoo, boy, you like to. He liked to beat him. But see, he's walking in what he loved to do. That's what he loved to do. Even dealing and going through with sickle cell. That's what he loved to do.
And it threw me off. The only reason I say it threw me off because even some of the people that I watch and some like the best of the best knows that I deal with that. I didn't think, well, some I knew watched, but I didn't think the ones that did come up and say something about it. Oh, I didn't even think you watched me for. Like, yeah, bro, I love what you do. I'm like, I appreciate it.
But Brenda, it was so good up there. I almost jumped in it myself. I was excited about it, man.
I put like the Brandon is bad. He's really. I check out his page when I get you. I check him out. He is really excellent, above that.
I appreciate it.
Because I was even sitting there. I was talking to another guy that danced. Cause I used to dance back in the day. Me and him was like, we can beat some of the guys that's out there now. I was sitting at the table with my hands like I just feel like getting out there. I'm finna jump out there. Oh, I wanted to so bad. Then Brandon would have to drive that home and take it to the hospital.
Brandon, you keep doing what you're doing, because they're gonna just do what you do, and you does it excellent. So you keep doing that no matter, because like I said, they're gonna judge you and try to throw a rock at you anyway. And then some of the ones you wouldn't think that would be doing that is the one that's doing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Keisha, with your stanky leg. Oh, but see, we do stuff. Even when I was dancing, I was doing it not to impress no one. I was doing it because that's something I love to do. If we had this technology back then, what we got now, I'll tell Brandon, I said, man, it's no telling where we would be. Where we would be. So I don't do stuff to impress. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't even know that I even do.
Because you got different gifts, you got different talent. People got a lot of people until I like to look in themselves. You got gifts, talent, what God given you. Like I said, I used to decorate. I can sing. I can decorate. People come in my house. Your house should be a show house. I love doing that, but that's gift, and I got a talent. What God give, He give you multiple stuff, and that's why you got to invest in yourself, making sure you correct, like you said, every day, making the better you each and every day. That's what you got to do, and just focus on what God. I want to say, God first, what He has you to do, and then He opened doors. Man, and I can testify on that. He will open doors that no man can shut on you. So that's why you got to make sure you're right within yourself and you're happy with yourself. You're loving yourself. People get mad because you love yourself.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they'll get mad because you are not tolerate nonsense. You won't tolerate this. They will get angry at you because you won't tolerate what they want to give you and say, no, I know my worth, I know my boundaries, and you have stepped over. And I love you, like I said on your thing, I love you far off, but I love you. I'll feed you with a long spoon, but I still love you, but you're not coming in my space. Well, God created peace in me, and I'm daily dying to myself, working on me. I'm not working on you. You got to work on yourself.
That is so true. That is so true. Everybody, thank you for tuning in with us today. We're on Real Talk Conversations. If this is the first time here, welcome you. Our guest jumped on with us. Brenda, the model. She's a model, y'all. She's good. I watch and follow it. I got to check the movie out. A couple of my friends had told me they already seen the first. It says good.
Well, Carl, I got a couple of movies. One is on Prime.
That's the one they seen.
Yeah, one is on Prime, The Silent Murmur, and then the other one is on the Netflix, Hunting Wives. So I got, and then it's another one coming out. It should be coming out, I think, within the next 4 months. The Devil in a Sundress. So I'm like, I'm doing.
It's Sundress season 2 for y'all women.
So I'm steady doing stuff, Carl. I'm steady. That's why I have not been on your thing. I go back later and watch it, but I don't be on when you're on live because I'm steady. Like today, I got in here about what was it, about 2 o'clock after being gone on Friday. So you still doing you, and I appreciate this title. This title. Who are you trying to impress?
Yes, who are you trying to impress? Because I switched it when I put it out, because I put the flyer up this morning about trying to build us up. And I was at church and I was thinking about it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna switch it today. And I didn't change the flyer. I'm still gonna talk about that. We need to build up, but we do need to change and start building us up. We do need to change that and start building us up. But then I said, you know what, let me switch it to who are you trying to impress? Because I see people trying to impress all the time, even in the car business, because I work in the car business stuff. I see how they try to impress the GMs and all that kind of stuff. Just like when the owners and stuff come to town. Oh, Carl, we got to do this. I'd be like, if you're gonna do this now when they coming, why are you doing it before they even get here?
Impressing. Trying to dress it up.
Dress it up. So I'll be sitting there like, I'm just gonna act my same self, my same normal self. Before we got bought out by the Hudson brothers, the other owner used to stay in California, and he didn't trust nobody to drive him around but me and the GM. And so they be like, man, when you with him, how do you act? I said, I act normal. We talk about football, basketball. We talk about our families. We talk about our kids. We talk about normal stuff. They be like, you don't be scared. I said, scared of what? He's just a man like I am. He just have more money than me.
And look, Carl, he bleed just like you do. He get cut, he's gonna bleed.
And when we die, he gonna be in the same 6 feet unless he get cremated, just like I am. I said, but y'all be so scared and nervous. What you scared of? If you talk to him, just talk to him. That's all. That's the only time you got to really be nervous what's going on, especially the managers. That's the only time you had to really be nervous is when he came in and had either a white shirt on or a blue shirt on. Somebody finna get fired. That was his signature, boy. Oh boy, that's funny. That's how you knew. And see, I knew that because I've been around him a whole lot. But you know, even with that, he would ask about Brandon. He'd talk about Brandon. One of I ain't gonna say the first video, but multiple videos were shot at the dealership. his videos.
Oh, okay.
It was done at the dealership, back in the shop part. And Brandon happened to be up there one day, and he met Mr. Conley. Mr. Conley just asked him a question: if I gave you this money, what would you do with it? And he gave him a check. Brandon told him what he was gonna do with it. He would help others with it. He said he gonna keep some for himself.
Yeah,
But
I was being myself, and I being honest when I said that. That's just how I carried myself. If I would have just been like saying whatever, he would have knew if I was lying or not. But I'll tell him straight up, half of this, I'm gonna help, so I'm keeping myself. Man.
Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do, because you do help others. You do. And I know that. No. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Hey, Brandon, after he gave him that check, I went and said, hey, man, what mine?
That is so funny.
But yeah, but I was not trying to impress him. I don't try to impress people. When he met me, and to the day they sold the place, I was still the same. I don't change. I stayed my normal self. He come in, we laugh and joke, because he would come from California, and I would ask him how long the flight. He said it's like 5 hours, and it's hard to adjust when he get here. He said because he's so used to their time. So at night, when we trying to go to sleep at 11 o'clock, he's still wide awake because he's so used to that time.
Time. Yes.
I said, how is it flying here? He said, when I leave California, it's daytime, it's nighttime when I leave. But when I get here, it's day when I get here.
Yes, that's true.
Amazing. You flying, it's dark, and you flying right into the daylight. Mm-hmm. But see, even him as an owner, he was not trying to impress himself. He was a normal, down-to-earth guy, just like the other owner. It was like 3 owners. The other 2 owners, the other owner stayed in Asheville. I used to go to his house.
Because you being yourself.
Yeah.
You being yourself, Carl, and usually people that being themselves legit, they go far in life because they are not trying, and people see the genuine in you, and you can go for it. But when you're out there being something that you're not, you're not yourself, so you're not performing in your best because you're trying to be something that you're not. Mm-hmm. So that's why you got to know yourself. You got to work on you. That's key. That's why you have to work on you and not worry about I'm gonna be who I am. I don't care your title. When I'm in front of you, I'm gonna be myself. That's who I am. You accept me. If you don't, you don't.
Right. Sometimes you mess around trying to impress and be something that you're not. You mess around and get questioned on it. Then what you gonna do?
That's what I'm talking about.
You said you were this great author, but you can't even write a book. See, you better be careful with doing this stuff.
That is so true. That is so true.
Marta, we're so glad that you jumped on with us for a little while.
I'm so glad you invited me.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, let the people know, give your information out so they can start following you and keeping track of you. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Okay, like I said, I am Brynlee the model. I am a model plus I'm an actress. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Bingo. You can find me on there. You can find me on most all the social media. I'm trying to think of all of them, but LinkedIn, I'm everywhere. And like I said, I have this new movie. The last scene I did was a couple weeks ago. So, but it should be wrapping up, should be coming out. And like I said, The Devil in a Sundress, it's a new movie coming out. And like I said, it's going to be focused either on Prime or Netflix coming out. But you can reach out and follow me. Like I said, I'm who I am. What you see is what you get. And just stay tuned, because Other things is coming. I just can't say. 'Cause usually I don't tell to after it happened, but it's other things coming out with a real big organization. But you stay tuned. Just watch my posts. I have a Brand Lead the Model. I have Brenda Cosin. I also have a website, Shop Brand Lead, because I have my perfume. I have my brand. I'm working out and your workout clothes that you can order. Men's also is on there. You can order from my site, my website, brandleadthemodel.com. You can look at me that way. So, but check me out. That's all that. And I love coming on call because when I first come out within the stuff, he started having me on his show. So I really appreciate both of you, Brandon and Carl. I really appreciate you.
We appreciate you too. We appreciate you dropping by when you have a chance. We appreciate you tuning in whenever you have a chance. I can see when the people come in the chat. I said, "Oh, they're gonna moderate."
Okay.
So we appreciate you and we thank God for you and continue to be successful. We pray nothing but blessings over you, nothing but goals that you have set, and you are walking in truly into your goals that you have set for yourself. Not trying to impress nobody, but what you're doing for yourself. That's what
Yes.
people don't understand about stuff like that.
Yes. That's true. And I appreciate you all.
Yeah. What you got, son? What you got coming up?
Well, shoot, y'all know next Sunday we doing another podcast episode. I might do the one that I mentioned, or might be a different one. We'll see. Just be on the lookout for the flag. Y'all know me with the dancing videos and all the skits and all that. Bringing that over here. It's a lot, working on, and I don't know yet, but I might. Keyword might. Drop this one little song that I'm just messing around with. That I can sing here. I can sing here and there and rapping a little bit. I ain't I'm an expert at it, but I might do something with that. We'll see, but I'll let y'all know. And that's pretty much it on my end.
Now, two of the sisters can blow.
Yeah, they
can blow now. And what I got going is that I got a couple of guys that's been in prison, and I got them coming on. We're gonna let these people know, especially the young people know, it's no joke behind those cell doors. It's no joke inside prison. So everybody stay tuned for that. We'll have a flyer because that day we just gonna do one, because I'm allowing guys to have time to talk and share their experience. I don't had two of them on here before. We had Travis Clark and I had Pastor James Jr. on here. I talked to Tron today. Matter of fact, I was talking to Tron today, Pastor Tron Stutterman, and he just said, "Man, just let me know, because the people need to hear the stories that they have to share. That's what goes on behind those bars." I ain't gonna get a title away, but y'all just be on the lookout. It's gonna be good.
That's right.
Because everybody knows if you get fed time, you do all the fed time. But Travis got out early, and he's doing great things out there. And
that's good.
So it's Tron a pastor now. So it's James Jr. James a pastor now. See, God can, just because they went to prison don't mean God can't use them.
Say it. As I say, Carl, it's never too late. Don't give up.
That's right, because he dragged me into doing this, so I know it ain't too late. That's my boss right there, y'all. My boss right there. He the boss over this, but my oldest daughter would tell you she controlled me. She the top boss. I just put it that way.
Gotcha.
She keeps us in check.
Yeah, us in check.
Both of you.
And Brenda would tell you that too.
Keep both of y'all in check.
Yeah. So everybody, we can get up out of here. We thank each and every one of you. I thank y'all for your support. We thank y'all for coming through. All the newcomers. We had people from Memphis, Tennessee that was on. We appreciate all of you all for tuning in. Y'all check out the model. She be live sometimes. I was on your live when you was on the TikTok. I jumped in when I was looking.
Cole, when you asked me to come on, I went live there and I said, tune in to Carl and Brandon. Hey, that's 6 o'clock. They're gonna be back on. I went on live then and did it. That's who I am. I will support you when I'm around. I definitely will.
And we definitely appreciate that. So y'all, whatever you have going on in your life, whatever you want to do, won't you just do it? Don't worry about what somebody's saying. People gonna talk about you to the day you leave here. They ain't gonna talk about the good that they seen. They're gonna talk about the bad. My brother once told me before he passed away, when you die, they could be lowering you to the ground. He said they gonna be talking about. I remember when Pete did this right here. I remember people messing with such and such, but they ain't never look at my dash when I changed in that dash of my birthday and my death day. They ain't looking at the dash in that dash, what I was doing toward the end of my life. All they seen was what I was doing my younger years or what I led up to. See, they don't know about the change I started doing when I was 26, 27 years old. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about when I got changed my life and got saved right before I turned 30. See, they don't know nothing about that. All they seen is what I used to do. I ain't saying I'm perfect because I do make mistakes. So, but you'll hold that more than against me more than what I'm trying to do now. So you don't know about the things that when I'm at the Holler Center sometimes trying to help these young boys. You don't know about that right there. You don't know that I'm talking to some of the young boys on the street. So you don't know about that life because I don't turn this on. That's why you don't know nothing about it. Everybody, a lot of people turn that camera on. Everything is meant for the people to see. But what me and Kania is trying to do, not trying to spill everything, is trying to get some young people to come on here and talk.
That'd be great.
And let them share how they feel. A lot of times we don't want to listen to how these young people feel. We think we know it because we grown. I'm 57, I'm still learning. So that should tell you something.
We all going. That's why you got to continue daily working on yourself.
Yourself.
Yes. That is true.
Yes. So we get ready to get out of here. Anytime you want to swing through, you see us all, just let us know. You know, you can always pop on at anytime. You know, we're still doing the open mic. We get that back up and running too. So we already got one pre-recorded. So Neil and I got to work this week heavy. So, but we have one that's already pre-recorded. We're gonna play that Wednesday. But we are gonna get back on it live and we're gonna let this thing roll because it is some people that is asking about us coming on and talking a little bit more. Excuse me. So that's what we plan on doing.
Continue doing what you're doing, and thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Everybody, we get ready to get out of here because I need to go get me a chicken leg or something. I'm a little hungry right now.
Okay, y'all have a good evening.
You too. We thank each and every one of you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank you for the comments. And most important, thank you for you, and you. Bye, kitty. And so we get ready to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. I know football season started. You know, I know a lot of men won't watch. That's fine. And I know a lot of men that will. That's fine too. We just thank everybody for coming through. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you all our newcomers. Y'all come back and sit down with a cake. Bye. Bye, Keisha. And thank you for all the newcomers, you know, that came through all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, y'all. We appreciate that. We thank you all. Trust me when I say this, we truly appreciate that. I ain't even gonna say from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna say from the heart. It ain't got to be no bottom. It could be all in that heart, that thing behind that breastplate. It ain't over here. It's right here behind that. It's got to have some type of protection. It just feels like it's over here. But, you know, we appreciate y'all. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Y'all are the greatest. And y'all know how we do it. We out of here, y'all.